You'll never be happy, Amanda, Ugochi sneered, her voice dripping with hatred. I'll make sure of that. That was the promise Amanda's stepmother made the day her father passed away. And oh, how she tried to keep it. In a quiet and peaceful bustling African village surrounded by rolling hills, vegetations, busy roads connected to the cities and whispering winds. Life in the village was simple and blessed. Beneath its calm surface brewed tales of jealousy, love and betrayal. Amanda, a kind-hearted young woman, found herself at the center of one such tale, a story no one in the village would ever forget. Amanda had always been the apple of her father's eye. Her father, Hassan, was a respected trader who built his family a life of comfort and security. But everything changed when he fell ill and passed away unexpectedly. With Hassan gone, Amanda was left under the care of her stepmother, Ugochi. Ugochi was not just cruel, she was calculated, filled with envy for Amanda's beauty, grace, and the love everyone had for her. To Ugochi, Amanda was a threat, a reminder of the woman Hassan loved before her. So, Ugochi made it her mission to strip Amanda of every ounce of happiness she could find. Take care of my Amanda, Hassan whispered, his voice frail and trembling as he lay on his deathbed. She is all I have. Those were the last words Amanda's father said to Ugochi before he took his final breath. But Ugochi had no intention of keeping that promise. Amanda's story began long before the cruelty of her stepmother. It started with a tragedy, one that shaped her life and left a deep void in her heart. Amanda's mother, a loving and gentle woman, named Gozi, who passed away while giving birth to Amanda. The pain of losing his wife was overwhelming for Hassan, but when he held his newborn daughter Amanda in his arms, he vowed to give her a life full of love and care. Hassan raised Amanda single-handedly. Despite his demanding work as a trader, he always made time for his daughter. He would braid her hair in the mornings, walk her to school, and tell her stories of courage and resilience at night. You are strong, Amanda, he would often say. Just like your mother. The bond between father and daughter was unbreakable. The village admired Hassan for his dedication, but they also whispered behind his back, urging him to remarry. A child needs a mother, they said. Hassan resisted for years, afraid of no one could ever love Amanda as much as her real mother. But as Amanda grew older, managing a household and a young girl became increasingly difficult for Hassan. Eventually, he gave in to the village elders' advice and married Ugochi, a widow with 2 daughters of her own. Hassan believed Ugochi's motherly experience would make her a good stepmother for Amanda. In the beginning, things seemed promising. Ugochi cooked warm meals, smiled warmly at Amanda, and even helped her with chores. But this facade lasted only a few months. Slowly, Ugochi's true nature revealed itself. Jealous of the bond between Hassan and Amanda, Ugochi began sowing seeds of discord. She would scold Amanda for minor mistakes and complain about her lack of respect. Hassan, unaware of the depth of Ugochi's jealousy, dismissed these incidents as normal adjustments in a blended family. But everything changed when Hassan fell ill. It was a mysterious illness that weakened him day by day. As he lay on his sickbed, Hassan called Ugochi to his side. Please, he whispered, clutching her hand, promise me you'll take care of Amanda. She has no one else. Ugochi nodded solemnly, her face a mask of concern. But deep inside, she was already plotting her rise as the head of the household. When Hassan passed away, Ugochi wasted no time in taking control. She moved Amanda into the smallest room in the house and turned her into a servant. While her own daughters, Amaka and Chizoba, wore the finest clothes and attended every village festival, Amanda was left behind, scrubbing floors and cooking meals. The villagers noticed the change and pitied Amanda, but they dared not interfere. Ugochi was cunning, spreading false rumors that Amanda was lazy and disrespectful. She's lucky I even keep her under my roof, Ugochi would say to anyone who questioned her treatment of Amanda. Despite the cruelty, Amanda held on to the lessons her father had taught her. She worked tirelessly, never letting bitterness consume her. Every night she would go down on her knees inside her room and pray for a better future. From dawn till dusk, Amanda toiled. She scrubbed floors until her fingers bled, fetched water under the scorching sun, and cooked meals for Ugochi and her two spoiled daughters, Amaka and Chizoba. The house that was once her sanctuary became a prison. Yet Amanda bore it all with quiet strength, never complaining, never letting bitterness take root in her heart. But Ugochi wasn't satisfied. No, she wanted to see Amanda broken. So, when suitors began to knock on their door, captivated by Amanda's beauty and kind spirit, Ugochi saw an opportunity. She spread rumors about Amanda being disrespectful and lazy, chasing away any decent man who came for her hand. Then she hatched a plan so cruel it sent shivers down the spines of those who later learned of it. Ugochi's jealousy reached its peak. No man will ever choose my stepdaughter over my own daughters, she thought. That's when Ugochi came up with her wicked plan to marry Amanda to Yusuf, the village beggar. But what Ugochi didn't know was that her plan was about to backfire in ways she could never imagine. In the village, there was a man named Yusuf. He was often seen wandering the dusty streets in tattered clothes, begging for food. The villagers pitied him, some even mocked him. To Ugochi, Yusuf was the perfect tool for her scheme. She would marry Amanda off to this beggar, ensuring her life was one of poverty and misery. The day Ugochi announced the wedding, Amanda was devastated. "Please, stepmother," she begged, tears streaming down her face. "Don't do this to me." But Ugochi only laughed. "You should be grateful someone even wants you," she spat. The wedding was a simple affair. There were no festivities, no music, no joy, only the hum of gossip among the villagers who whispered about Amanda's doomed future. Yusuf, the so-called beggar, stood quietly during the ceremony. He didn't seem like the monster Ugochi had painted him to be. In fact, he looked kind. When the wedding ended, and the couple returned to Yusuf's humble hut, Amanda braced herself for a life of hardship. But life with Yusuf was nothing like she imagined. He was gentle, respectful, and thoughtful. Though their home was modest, Yusuf made sure Amanda was comfortable. He would often leave early in the morning, returning late in the evening, claiming he was working on something important. Amanda, though curious, didn't press him. She had learned long ago to accept life as it came. One day, while cleaning the small hut, Amanda stumbled upon a locked box tucked away in a corner. It was sturdy, made of fine wood, odd for someone like Yusuf to own. When Yusuf returned that evening, Amanda hesitated before asking, "What's in the box?" Yusuf smiled but didn't answer. "In time, Amanda. You'll know everything in time." As the weeks turned into months, whispers about Amanda's life began to circulate in the village. Some said she looked happier than expected, others dismissed it as pretense. Ugochi, however, was smug, convinced that Amanda was suffering in silence. But Ugochi's triumph was short-lived. One evening Yusuf sat Amanda down. His face was calm, but his eyes sparkled with a secret he could no longer keep. "Amanda," Yusuf began, "there's something I need to tell you." He opened the box. Inside were stacks of gold coins, land documents, and a will. Amanda's eyes widened as Yusuf explained. "I am not who you think I am. My name is Yusuf, and yes, I lived as a beggar. But it was a disguise. I am a businessman, the heir to my father's fortune. I wanted to find a wife who would love me for who I am, not for my wealth." Amanda's breath caught. She couldn't believe what she was hearing. "Why did you marry me?" she whispered. "Because I saw your heart," Yusuf said. "Despite everything, you remained kind and strong. You were the woman I was searching for." Amanda's world turned upside down. Soon, Yusuf took her to the city, where they moved into a mansion. He introduced her to his business partners, and Amanda found herself living a life she never imagined possible. Back in the village, the news spread like wildfire. Ugochi was mortified. The woman she had tried to ruin was now wealthier and happier than she could ever dream of being. In desperation, Ugochi tried to visit Amanda, hoping to bask in her fortune. But Amanda sent a clear message: "You taught me strength through your cruelty. For that I forgive you, but I will never forget." The villagers learned a valuable lesson that day: never judge someone by their appearance or circumstances. Life is full of surprises, and the one you look down on today might be the one you look up to tomorrow. And as for Amanda and Yusuf? Their love story became a legend, a tale told under the moonlight for generations to come, a reminder that kindness and resilience always triumph over cruelty and greed. The villagers were shocked. They began treating everyone, even beggars, with kindness, realizing that wealth and worth are not always visible. The moral lesson from this folktale is that life is unpredictable. Those who look down on others may one day look up to them. Treat everyone with respect, for appearances can be deceiving. The story of Amanda and Yusuf became a legend, told around fires and in classrooms. It taught people to value kindness and humility, proving that life has a way of rewarding the good-hearted and humbling the wicked. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more thrilling African folktales and stories filled with mystery and lessons.